So the backstory is, my husband had passed away a year prior than the She Lives Free Symposium, and I was supposed to have an upcoming surgery, and I was kept going back and forth about delaying the surgery or just not doing it, putting it off because I was terrified to die. Like after losing my husband and having, at the time he was 3.5, my youngest was 3.5, and I have 4 kids. And I'm like, if something happens to me in that surgery, like my kids are going to be parentless. Like I don't really want to take that chance. And I was terrified of something happening, something going wrong. It wasn't just, I guess, the spirit of death specifically with the surgery. It was also like with anything. Like, if I got in a car, I could die and leave my kids without a parent. So it was a struggle that wasn't just the surgery, really. It was something I struggled with. Like, that anxiety whenever, you have to say goodbye, you struggle like, okay, God, like, are you gonna take me next? Like, what would happen to my kids? And then it was just a whole fear that did consume me for a period of time, over a year of consuming my thoughts. And it wasn't like I was thinking about death 24/7, but it was just in the back of my mind, just kind of tormenting me like, okay, I really, I had gotten a will and a trust done, after my husband's passing, and, just always thinking about next steps. Like, okay, let me make sure this stuff is covered because, when you lose your spouse, and you have kids, you just start thinking about that, and your mind has a hard time shutting down. So when I was delivered from the spirit of fear of death, like, I don't have those thoughts anymore. Like, I don't worry about that. I know that God's got me as he's had me since the day, he took my husband home to heaven. I haven't had anything. He has had me completely. At the She Lives Free Symposium, I was delivered from the spirit of fear of death specifically, and I haven't had any issues since. Like, I am just walking in the freedom and in the peace of knowing that God's got me.